Hello everyone. It's been a while. I've actually been pretty busy lately. I just thought I would share a little bit of my story about AnimeNEXT. This is my first AnimeNEXT that I've ever been to. I've never been to this particular convention before, so I didn't really know what to expect. I went with two friends, my friend Robert and my friend Christian. Since March, Robert and I decided, it was more me, because when we decided this, Robert had never watched the show or read the manga yet. We were walking through the city and we were all thinking of what kind of cosplays we should do for AnimeNEXT, because we figured do convention, we should do a new sort of cosplay. And at first I wasn't going to cosplay. I thought, I don't have time to think of anything, so I might as well just wear something nice or a Lolita dress or whatever. But we're walking and then Robert turns to me and says, we should do one of the cool things we usually do, where we do something from the same anime and we do like a pair thing. And I was like, yeah, but we've done Misa and Light so many times, and it's been done so many times that I don't think anybody would really give us the time of day, just because it's been seen before, especially through us. So he was like, well, what else could we do? And then what was so funny was that day, we had actually gone to a very, low budget, very close by convention that was not even over 1,000 people. And he went as Gary Oak, did not use a wig, so I was not happy about that. And, I went as Gary Oak's cheerleader, and the cosplay was, not that great, but, considering we had a week to think about this, it was pretty decent. So as we're walking through the city, just trying to figure out what to eat, my friend Christian turns to us and says, oh my god, and he's looking at us, and I say, well, what are you looking at us like that? He's like, you're short and he's really tall. And I said, well, thank you for pointing that out, we know how I am about being so short. And he said, no, you guys have the perfect height for Sebastian and CL from Black Butler. And I looked at him and I said, oh my god, we really do. And then I turned to Robert and I said, you have the perfect face for Sebastian, because you have that thin, narrow face. You're pale, and we could make you paler. And you have those narrow eyes. It would be perfect. And then, I was thinking, everybody always tells me that I look like a 14-year-old, when in reality I'm 19. I could probably pull this off with the right makeup. This was our first really elaborate cosplay that we've ever done, so we were very nervous about it. At first we said, we're going to totally make this and have it ready for AnimeNEXT. But then our spring breaks from college ended, and we realized with how much work we had, there was no way we would have time to even pick out a fabric for anything. So, sadly for this particular cosplay, we did have to buy the costumes, so portions of what we did, we made ourselves. The hat I had for our cosplay I made myself. The shoes were mine that I picked out. The socks were mine. I ordered the sock suspenders on my own. And we added a couple of extra things and fixed things that were messed up. But the costumes themselves were made. When I first ordered mine, I was nervous. I said, oh god, this is not going to come out well, because we stupidly didn't ask people, what would be a good place to get a cosplay, so we actually went through eBay. And we were like, oh shit, we shouldn't have done this. I was surprised when I got my cosplay that it was really good and it fit. And, there was a couple of snug areas which we fixed on our own, but it was good. And then we ordered his. And again, we were nervous. And it was good when it came in the mail, and we were so happy. The only problem was they messed up the pants, but the good thing was we were able to buy a pair of pants, which worked out perfectly. The wig I got through eBay, but the only reason why I was not hesitant to get the wig through eBay was because the people I ordered my wig from, I have ordered wigs from before, and they're very trustworthy, and a lot of the times, because I've ordered from them so much, they have given me discounts. And so I thought, yeah, let's try it. And Robert's, he picked his own, and he didn't like the one from the company that I got mine from, so when his first came, we were like, this is not a good Sebastian wig, but once we styled it, we liked it. So let's go on to when we actually went to AnimeNEXT. And just as a side note, my friend Christian was going as Nick from Left 4 Dead 2, so his was pretty good. And he made his, and it looked decent. I liked it. So we get there after having a horrid time, considering the travel issues with the train and the transfers and everything, because we're New Yorkers, so it was a little annoying. We'd never done the NJ Transit, but once we got there, we were settled, we were alright, we started getting ready. I I'm trying to say this as appropriately as possible. I'm very large in the chest area, so to bind, we didn't know how it was going to be, because I have bound before for like 5 minutes just testing it out, but I had never gone like whole days before. Now by Friday we hadn't gotten to the convention till like 4 or 5 p.m., so I wasn't bound the whole day, but the next day I was. And surprisingly, I did get through it, which I'm glad. But here was the part that shocked me. You know, Robert and I got our wigs together, got our makeup together, got all dressed. Christian was ready like a half an hour before us, because his was pretty simple and he didn't really need makeup for it, so he was fine. But we got ready and we said, okay, I think we're good. And we went to the convention and we were shocked because, you know, I'm not the thinnest girl in the pack, as we all know. You know, I'm always posting my weight loss progress, but I'm still not at the weight I'd like to be. And I'm not the thinnest girl. So I had this irrational fear that the only reason why people would not want our pictures, or not like my cosplay in particular, she's a chubby CL, it's kind of gross, CL's not chubby, I don't want to see that. I was shocked. Everybody told us we had one of the best Black Butler cosplays there. We were stopped every 5 minutes and everybody was telling us, oh my god, your cosplay is like mind-blowing, it's unbelievable, your costumes are beautiful, it's outrageous. And we couldn't believe it. All these people like asking us questions like, how did you do this? It's such a great cosplay. And all day people would come up to me and say, you have the best Sebastian here, you have the hottest Sebastian here, he really looks like Sebastian, you are definitely the best Sebastian cosplayer. And people were telling me, you are one of the best CLs I have seen here so far. And I was surprised, because I was expecting to get the people telling me, you're such a chubby CL, this isn't working, I can't look at you. And it was the complete opposite. Everybody loved it. And I was so glad, because we worked on this since March, and we really put our hearts into this, because we wanted something that people were going to stop us and say, wow, that's really good. It was even to the point where this guy stopped us and gave us his card, because he said, you know, I would love to do a professional photo shoot with you guys, you know, in a studio. And I told him flat out, I am so for that. And of course, Robert, being the ham that he is, was so ready for it also. So we're going to probably call that guy back and see what he wants. So our cosplay was a success, which I was glad for, because my worst fear was, again, being considered a chubby CL, and that everybody was going to tell us everything was all wrong, and the fabric was wrong, and apparently it wasn't, so I was glad about that. And everybody said they loved that we put on the British accents, they loved that, and they also loved that we were so in character, and when we would take pictures, we didn't smile, we did what we needed to, so that was good. I did meet Conan again, and he did remember who I was, which I was very happy for. And I did pick out a teddy bear, which I like put like this cute hat on and everything, tried to make it look like him, and he liked that too, so yeah. And Sakurai remembered who we were also, and he loved Robert's cosplay. It was really cute. He kept taking his tray and holding it and wanting pictures and everything. I liked that. Trying to think if there's anything else I need to say. Oh, there was this poor girl in the SMA panel for the SMA crew that was completely creeped on, and she was dressed as Sailor Moon, but only she was wearing the Sailor Fuku, so she was really going as Usagi, not really Sailor Moon. But earlier in the day she was Sailor Moon, and she was sitting in front of us. And at first, when she walked in and this guy followed behind her, we thought they were friends, until her body language clearly indicated she was trying to get away from this guy, and she had no idea who he was, and he kept leaning into her and being loud and obnoxious and weeaboo-ish. And then as he turned around at one point, she did one of those swift shift to the seat next to me things. And as he got up and left, because he got a phone call, we immediately said, come over here, sit between me and my friends. You don't know that guy, obviously, we're gonna protect you. And she was like freaking out. She was like, thank you guys so much. I don't know who that was. He scared the crap out of me. And like, I'm not gonna tell the whole story, because honestly, I'm probably gonna submit it to Weeaboo Stories. And when I do, you guys can read it there. Because that was just, I mean, have some con etiquette. Luckily, there were no Hitalia cosplayers with swastikas. I'm very glad of that, because I don't care that you're cosplaying somebody from Germany or that you are a Hitalia character. That doesn't take back the fact that talking about the Holocaust and thinking the Holocaust is, as some weeaboos say, kawaii desune, means that the Holocaust is not offensive and didn't really happen, because it did, and it was offensive. And it's just the same as wearing a swastika. You don't know who's around this convention. You could be walking past someone who had, great-grandparents who, God forbid, maybe something happened involving the Holocaust with them, and you're wearing a swastika. No, you have to have common sense. Just because you're a Hitalia character does not mean, oh, we're going to let this slide. It's still a swastika. And I know there's that whole debate, well, technically the swastika is from this place, and it really was meant to mean peace. And you know what? When they're cosplaying as Germany, wearing that uniform and wearing it on their arm, they're not meaning it for the peaceful way, they're meaning it for the Holocaust. So I was glad of that. I mean, so thank God for that. So everything for this convention worked out good, and I was really happy about it. I had a lot of fun, and we did make a lot of friends. All the girls loved Robert, and they kept filming him like with the British accent, saying I'm simply one hell of a butler, and he started teaching people how to waltz, because we did this thing to attract attention where he was teaching me how to waltz, like in the show. And then all these girls were like, oh, CL, can you let your Sebastian teach me how to waltz? And I was like, take him, he's yours. And, so it was a lot of fun, and we did make a lot of friends. A lot of people wanted our pictures, and I really enjoyed it. I'm glad I went. In terms of travel, I probably, if I have a car by AnimeNEXT, as much as I'm going to hate the drive there, I think I'm going to rather drive than take the train, because the train was just too annoying. And then I paid for taxis every day, which I really didn't like. I did get a cute, because I went to the dealer's room, and I said to myself, I don't want to end up spending thousands of dollars there. And luckily there was not much that really piqued my interest anyway, but as like a little momentum to just remember how good this cosplay went, I did buy a little Sebastian and CL keychain, which I actually turned into a cell phone charm for my phone. So now I have Sebastian and CL hanging from my phone. And it's really cute. So, yeah, as I was saying, the cosplay was a success, and the whole weekend itself was wonderful. I was so happy I went. I miss it already, and honestly, I can't wait for the next one, and I hope that, our cosplays will improve from there. Our next step for these cosplays, because we want to do them again, will be getting the color contacts. I want the purple one with the star and the blue eyes, and he wants the red ones, so we want to work this out. My next convention I'm going to, if any of you are going, is going to be Otakon. I'm probably not going to cosplay because none of my friends can go, so I'm going with my brother's group. I'm going to bring some of my cosplays in case, but if not, I'm probably just going to wear like a Lolita dress, or just, wear regular clothes and just walk around and go to panels and stuff. I'm very excited to go to actually Tempest Page's booth in the dealer's room, because I love the stuff she makes. And then my next convention after that is probably going to be New York Anime Fest, New York Comic Con. And for that, I'm going to do female CL and everything. So, and Robert will still be Sebastian, but we're really going to try and make the female CL and everything. We want it to be absolutely perfect, so we're really going to work on that. In fact, we're going to start practicing. I don't want to give you full details, but we're going to start practicing a dance that we're going to do for this, and whether we enter the masquerade or not, we want to make sure this comes out really nice. So, if you're going to Otakon, comment below, let me know, because, I'd love to meet up with you guys. I love meeting people and, just hanging out and chilling, which is what I did with a lot of the people here at AnimeNEXT. If you went to AnimeNEXT and you saw us, comment below, and if you took our pictures, please link me to the pictures that you took, because there were a lot of pictures taken, some of them yaoi-esque pictures, and I would love to see them, just because, And feel free, if you were at the convention and you'd like to add my Tumblr or add my Facebook. My Tumblr is on my YouTube page, so click from there. If you want my Facebook, please message me privately, because I don't like to really let everyone have it. So, yes, if you would like my Facebook and you went to AnimeNEXT, let me know and I'll message it to you and I'll add you. And other than that, I hope to have another video soon. I don't know if it's going to be a singing one or a dance one. There will be a collab with Yukapon soon, so check that out when it comes out, and thank you for listening to me rant for about 13 minutes. Okay, I will talk to you guys soon. Any questions, you can also post them below. Bye for now.